You know what I love about space? The beautiful sights, the vast expanse, and the blatant lack of international humanitarian treaties. Welcome to Stellaris, the Machine Age DLC, where I'm going to be breaking the game with only a single planet, allowing us to enslave entire empires by becoming their vassal, control the entire galactic community to become the Senate, and winning the game via completely valid ethical means. So without further ado, I present Stellaris, Genocidal Science Edition. So welcome back to Stellaris. As I said, recently there's been the Machine Age DLC that came out, and it's added a whole bunch of new stuff specifically for synthetic factions, and has overall, in my opinion, made them a lot more fun to play. There are also, however, a couple of very unintended things that you can do, along with a new endgame crisis and a new way to become the endgame crisis. And we're going to be using the Machine Age to beat the game with only one planet. Of course, starting off, we have our lovely Cuban Empire, which is a megacorp that is not only a public relations specialist, but literally a bunch of criminals. So a lot like real life. They are egalitarian, xenophobic, and materialist. There's also a trait that got added, which is really cool. It's called Eternal Machine. It just makes all your leaders immortal. But we actually don't need this because with our setup, all our leaders are going to be immortal anyways. Our origin is also arc welders, which I will explain in a bit as soon as we get in what this actually does. And our wonderful leader of the Cuban Megacorp is none other than Mark Cuban. So getting into the game over here, the first thing we're going to want to do is just build a bunch of research ships in order to explore all around us. And because we are arc welders, we start out with this thing over here being the arc furnace. So the arc furnace is something we can build only on molten planets that gives us a 1 mineral deposit on every single planet or celestial body in the system. We can upgrade it and eventually it starts to get really, really good. And it also increases mining station output, but the best part is we can build more. My first tradition is going to be the discovery tree over here, just to increase research speed, because we're not going to be expanding to any other planets since we are only using one planet. So these planets over here that are very habitable, we are not going to be settling any of them. All right, fantastic. Now we're going to find our very first group of aliens. Because we are a relations specialist, we have a lot more diplomats than most people, which is fantastic. And right away, we're going to want to figure out who they are in order to engage diplomacy. We've also just discovered a second planet for us to put another forge onto, another arc furnace. They can only be built on molten worlds, so it is very important that we find molten worlds and continuously put more and more arc furnaces down. This is absolutely amazing. It looks like we discovered the artisan troop. These guys are going to allow us to commission an art piece, which is fantastic, as well as become their patron, giving us a little bit more unity. The art piece is fantastic because we only have one planet, so I can immediately exhibit the art monument, and there's no reason not to. We've just discovered a second group of aliens, so we'll try as best we can to research them and get to know where exactly they're. Hopefully, what we're looking for is to find another alien empire, preferably one that is both xenophobic and militarist, but as long as they aren't also a mega corporation, that's the only thing that matters. Also, apparently, we got an event chain for a big protest. I'm just gonna shut that down right now. I may be egalitarian, but I'm also a criminal syndicate. Oh wow, that just immediately ended the event chain. Do not pass go, do not protest at all, go to jail. Holy crap, you are kidding me. So I just found this random renowned caretaker, and this is fantastic. He is not only completely immortal, but is a fantastic ruler as well. So we're gonna immediately bring him aboard. He is pretty expensive in terms of unity, but we're gonna make him straight up the leader of our capital, this random guy we just met. Oh, that's fantastic. The people I just met boarded my only science ship without knowing my language and killed everyone, which is perfect. Okay, here they are. Let's see who they are. They are militarist. So this is exactly what I wanted, and it's also exactly why I'm going to spit in their face and insult them. So what I need to do is I need to get these guys to subjugate me. I don't want them to take my systems, but I do want them to vassalize me. So there's really two ways that I can go about this. First, if I give them a war goal, no, they just want to claim my systems. That's not what I want. Okay, because they're just trying to claim my systems, I'm going to try and use my army of envoys over here to improve relations. Also, because I'm a megacorp, I am making massive amounts of cash, so we're just gonna come over here, offer them a little trade deal. Here is a crap load of money. Don't declare war on me. For my first ascension perk, after we finish the discovery tree, I am gonna go with nihilistic acquisition. This is just going to allow us to raid other planets in terms of a bombardment stance in order to claim them. Also, we just got a ruined Dyson sphere over here, apparently. Yep, there it is, which is absolutely fantastic because we are arc arc welders, we do eventually get a research option for mega engineering, which is gonna let us repair that thing. Although it's not like I'm gonna need energy credits, because by the end of this, I am going to be making such unholy amounts of money, it will not matter. Oh yeah, I forgot that we're actually kind of a democracy. So mega corporations have elections every 20 years, and we can use a little bit of unity to forcibly elect Mr. Cuban over here, but I'm gonna abstain. We are gonna lose Mr. Cuban as our head, but it doesn't really matter. He'll be back. All right, that is kind of annoying. It looks like they're gonna try to declare war on us, which is very unfortunate. The other people we found over here, oh wait, these are the workshop people. Oh my God, this is fantastic. I can spend money for units. So we'll just go over here and just grab a random 10 stack of Corvettes. They are, as you might imagine, complete garbage, but the only thing that I have over every empire is money. For our next tradition, we're actually gonna go with diplomacy, which seems a little weird, given us, wanting to potentially declare war on people. But actually, it's mainly for this thing right here, which is improving relations has a 1% chance each month of acquiring a favor. This is insane, especially because one of our civics gives us 2 additional envoys. We are just gonna be improving relations with as many people as possible. All right, so something I am gonna do, because we are a criminal megacorp, is come over here and establish a branch office. Normally, you need commercial packs to do this, but because we're criminals, we don't care. Whether you like us or not, we are selling you McDonald's. All of the corporate buildings for the criminal masterminds over here, they all produce lots of crime. Normally, it's a win-win. Here, it's a you lose massively and I win massively. By building a smuggler's port, that's gonna increase the trade value as well as the crime. The more crime there is on the planet, the more money we get from the branch office. Okay, finally, we have gotten these guys contacted, and oh yes, they're racist. This is the absolute best thing that we could have happen to us, discovering a bunch of xenophobes. Where exactly are they? They are up here. Wait, no, I'm stupid. They're down here. So authoritarian xenophobes are amazing because they do tend to have this quirky little thing where they like vassalizing everyone else. And again, we want to get vassalized. All right, we've discovered another empire yet again, which is pretty nice. Oh my God. So we found a primitive civilization over here, and the workers are all rebelling because of a massive monopoly and wealth inequality and all of that. Workers are far too entitled. Oh, the duality of an egalitarian megacorp. Oh, that's not good. The communists won. Well, the reward for their hard-earned anarchist revolution and new government takeover of equality is that I'm gonna bomb them. Although first, of course, I'm going to ban surrendering from bombings. Subtle interference for FTLs? No, I think you mean aggressive invading. I have 4 options with them. Greetings, comrades. I don't think we're comrades. We're literally a mega corporation. We hope to build a profitable relationship. I could hear the bombing in the background. Oh, and of course, in response to my bombing, a scientist went missing and now he's leading them as a god. Looks like he's going to try and enlighten them, which I don't think that's gonna work. I love how we get an event where we find that aliens apparently really liked our plays 600 years ago. My only options are racism and extreme racism, and apparently abducting these poor pops. So as much as we are fully xenophobic, what I am going to come over here and do is actually employ them. First, I will change them from slaves to just residents, so we don't want them to have a lot of political power, and we don't want them to use that many amenities. But then, as residents, we can give them utopian abundance. This is available only to egalitarian societies, and what it does is give them a little bit of political power, sure, but makes it so when they're unemployed, they produce unity and research. We are literally kidnapping them from their planet and putting them on our capital where they are living in extreme utopia. I'm also gonna do that for my normal citizens, give them a little bit of that utopian abundance. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that I do actually need food for these guys, so let's just set an automated trade because I have a ton of money, and guess why? My one branch office is forcing 100% crime on their planet and is making me 80 income on its own. And we've also just abducted the very last of these people, and now they are all going to live on our capital. So if we come over here, we look at our unemployed, they are generating 5 research and 6 unity total, which is really good because they're just not employed. And yes, okay, that is our first and most important embassy. So these guys are now going to be friendly with us, which is fantastic because I want them to vassalize me. And even more perfect is that they are superior to us in pretty much everything, which is by design. I've stopped building ships because I don't want to have that many ships. Okay, I've just accepted a defensive pact with them, which should hopefully increase our relations pretty massively. I'm even just gonna launch the agenda to build relations because we want these people to love us. Another really important thing is that we've discovered another district over here, so I can can put an arc furnace right next to our capital in this area. Now that we've completed the second arc furnace, that's going to give us a ton of income in this one province. You can see 25, and we haven't even upgraded it. But the more important side of it is that if I go into our tech, into our engineering, we can now see that we have mega engineering as a guaranteed upgrade. Obviously, we can't do it right now because it'll take forever, but it is extremely useful for repairing the Dyson sphere down here, as well as building more mega structures. All right, finally we have gotten to this point, so my trust has gone up massively with these people because I've literally taken everything I can to make them like me. What this means here is that I can now propose a subjugation agreement, and if they agree, we are now their vassal. Here's the catch. This system is totally broken when you have one planet. There's this thing down here called holdings, and the AI really likes these. If you have one, you could build a holding on one planet. If you have two, you could build a holding on 2 planets. You might see where this gets a little silly. I only have 1 planet, so I can just give them 4 holdings and it doesn't do anything. So by giving them 4 holdings, they are gonna love that, which is fantastic. I can now also ask for 45% of their research income, and they don't care. You can see that the research lost is minus 173, but the holdings limit is plus 300 acceptance. It's the only thing they care about above everything. And to get even more stupid, I'm also gonna ask for 45% of their basic resources as well, and they still don't care. It's 109 acceptance. And the terms are so lenient. Integration prohibited. I have independent diplomacy. I can expand as I want. They are getting absolutely nothing from this agreement, and I can go and accept it for them, and they should accept right about now. There we go. So before, my research was 171, and now it's 249. We are stealing so much of their research and also so much of their money. I don't know how much money I was making before, but now I am making a lot more of it. And you know what's even better? These guys have instilled in me their trust. You know, they really think that I'm a good guy. Literally just because we are public relations specialists. They are forgetting I'm also a criminal megacorp, and I'm going to establish a branch office on every single one of their planets and destroy it with crime. And now off of his capital, I have forced it into 100% crime, and I'm making more than $50 off it every tick. Amenities is shooting into the toilet. I am destroying the planets that I am on, and I am making so much money from it. Everyone loves me no matter what I do because I am a public relations specialist, so I'm just gonna keep improving relations with pretty much everyone I can. It's also important to remember that now I have this ability. Improving relations has a 1% chance of each month to acquire a favor, and I have 1 billion diplomats. This means that I can take this and spread my diplomats all over the galaxy in order to force people to like me and get 10 favors from them. And the best part about having lots of favors is that if they try and renegotiate the Overlord agreement, I can use all my favors to say no and then do it again. And already we've got our first favor right there. And it will be, oh, and there's the second one. And already everybody is undeclaring rivalries with me and declaring them with other people instead. I am already up to 500 income because we have established crime on so many planets, and I've barely even begun. I can solve pretty much all of my shortages by just buying everything I need because I have that much money. And someone is going to declare war on my Overlord, which would normally be bad, but honestly, I don't really care. What it means is that I can come over here to help them, and by help, I mean kidnap tons of pops from all of the enemy planets. Okay, it actually looks like my Overlord has been totally crushed and is likely going to lose the war, but I also, they don't even have enough research. I have bankrupted them of research. They can't even pay the subsidy. And they have completely lost the war. You know what? I don't really care though. Even though these guys just declared war on my Overlord, they don't really care all that much about me. As a matter of fact, we've got positive relations because again, everybody loves me. And as long as my Overlord can just somewhat pay my research capacity, I don't really care. Right, and now that my Overlord has basically destroyed himself trying to fight other factions, I'm just gonna declare war on him. So by getting my relations up with our more powerful neighbors, and what is that? I'll be able to come over here and pledge a secret fealty to these guys in order to break away from my original Overlord, who is now useless because they can't pay their subsidy, which is less of a subsidy and more of a tax. I also got another ascension perk, and I'm not sure what we'll take. Oh, there we go. Shared destiny. Increase the number of envoys I have. I have 7 diplomats now, and it's honestly only gonna go out. We're just gonna ram. Oh, wow. Oh, I have a ton of diplomats. You are gonna love me, and you are gonna like it. Oh my God, I wasn't even looking at this. I have 300 mineral income, 260 is just from mining stations because of our insanely good arc furnaces. This is giving us 85, and this is giving us 70. And then on 130, I'm stealing from my overlord, which is putting him into bankruptcy. Holy crap, I am making 300 income from this one station, and crime is only at 53%. That means that if I could get it to 100%, we're gonna make $600 from one branch office alone. Wait, what am I looking at? This is their capital. It's just entirely commercial zones. I don't know what they're doing. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's making me money, so I don't care, but still. All right, perfect. So the galactic community is gonna get birthed, which is great. That's gonna let us know a whole bunch of new factions all over the world. I'm also just gonna really quickly, we've got an election, which is election. Wow, that's so crazy that Mark Cuban won the election. I didn't see that coming. I am now gonna come over here to pretty much all of these locations that we've just discovered, and I'm just gonna throw branch offices, no matter how far away they are, it doesn't really matter. As long as I can see where their capital is, and I can see the capital itself, I can establish a branch office and make silly amounts of money. I mean, I'm already making 600, and I don't even know what to spend all of it on. Oh, this is the best thing that could have happened. A war got declared on me. Or rather, it got declared on my overlord. So what's gonna happen now is my overlord is gonna get trashed, and I am not gonna help him at all. Because this war is a subjugation war, what's gonna happen is when my overlord inevitably loses it, this guy is gonna become my new overlord. The dude that I wanted to be my overlord this whole time. Also, despite the fact that I've only got one planet, I have so much power on the diplomatic floor. And the best part is, did they just eat a consciousness? I'm gonna back up a second. I can actually call in favors here of all these stupid favors that I'm getting. So even if a resolution wasn't being supported, I have so many favors to call in just from random nations because I'm improving relations with them. The galactic market is also gonna get passed. So I'm obviously gonna come over here and boost my nomination bid immediately all the ways to exceptional. I am officially over 1,000 income from branch offices because all I am doing is just establishing them, ruining the planet. See, so many of 100% crime. This is somehow making me 400 income. Some of these planets are even getting bombed. I don't even know what's happening, and I don't really care. Oh, also, I wasn't really talking about it, but I have 124 alloy income. You see, these arc furnaces, they don't just give you minerals. If you upgrade them enough, they also give you alloys. So I am making 98 alloys from this one system. And because I can keep building these things, all my alloy income is just gonna come from arc furnaces. I have surpassed most factions as it pertains to economic power because I'm trading, I have 600 mineral income, and I've hardly even been building these things. My overlord is losing this battle. I mean, every one of his systems is basically getting bombed. The other thing that I've been doing is going through and just buying as many slaves as I can. Sure, they're robots and they don't really do anything for us, but eventually I will be able to upgrade them to be slightly better. We are actually gonna assimilate them over here, so that's actually very nice. Hopefully we're gonna be able to make them unemployed and thus make more research. Also, apparently that peace treaty happened, and wow, that is terrible. They actually opted to not take us on as vassals, which, I mean, personally, I'm a little insulted. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. I'll just give them some money, and I'm sure they'll start thinking the right way. Here's $37,000 and 25,000 resources. Something else I could build as a criminal megacorp is not an information center, but a disinformation center. It's like a Russian troll farm, giving maximum infiltration level and basically just inconveniencing the population. Of course, it also increases crime, which is my favorite thing. I tried to get independence from my overlord. No, you may not become independent. You would not survive on your own. Is that so? All right, with my 5th ascension perk here, that is amazing because now we can grab what I really need, which is synthetic age. So this is going to put us into a very interesting position. Over here, we get a situation called transformation. And so this is going to allow us to study the 3 versions of transformation. There are 3 different types of ascension, and they are going to give us 3 different tradition trees. The first is gonna be nanites, so we will speed through that, but nanites is not what we care about. The second is modularity over here, and I don't really care about either. Making it our main priority does give us a couple bonuses to our capital, so I may as well. And the last one will be virtuality. VV, which will make us essentially virtual beings. This is what we want. And now we are given the grand transition. We can replace as nano machines, invest in modular upgrades, or embrace the virtual world. And there we go. Now we can adopt the tradition tree of virtuality. So this is going to immediately give us curators. Thank you. You've contacted me about every month for the past 20 years. Thanks. Virtuality. Now my species is going to become virtual. And here is what makes virtuality so insane. Plus 175% production from jobs, but minus 25% per colony. And because I only have one colony, this is just going to give us the full benefit. This is our resource production before building it. This is it now. Ah, yes, they've noticed me, this pre-FTL civilization. Now, I'm pretty sure what they noticed was my 5K fleet power that was sitting over here. I did have a very specific intention of what I wanted to do to them. You know, sorry. So at this point, my current overlord has really overstayed his welcome. He's not able to contribute me the money that I want, and it makes a lot more sense to come over here and pledge a secret fealty, which is not gonna be so secret, to the guy right next to them. Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna do it to this other group of people who have better stuff. And more stuff means that I can exploit them even harder. So now I can come over here and declare war on these guys for independence. And because they are super weak, because we have been stealing all of their money, dragging them into wars, and their tech level would be so much better if I wasn't taking most of their research. Now I'm just gonna walk over to their capital, destroy their very weak army, destroy their only system pretty much. And instead of ending the war right away, I am now going to bomb their capital into oblivion. And of course our council's like, should we let them surrender? No. All right, and it seems like I have out-war exhausted them. They have surrendered, not before I kidnapped quite a few of their pops. And now that I'm free, I'm gonna go right back into asking someone else to be my overlord. You know, and essentially becoming my vassal. Oh, actually, I take that back. I found someone else over here who's, you know, willing to pay a little bit more. 30% of their research gone. So now we are getting a total of about 400 research just from our overlord. That's not even including 917 energy credits. That's so insane. I don't even need their money. I'm actually maxed out, so I'm just making them pay me money and then dumping it into a star. Another awesome thing is that I'm pretty sure the unity upkeep for electing an oligarch actually goes up on the number of planets we have in our population. And because I'm making tons of unity, we have democratic elections. And we've also researched mega engineering as if my money couldn't go up any more. Now I could come over here and with a little bit more unity, I'm just gonna repair the Dyson sphere. It's fully operational. It'll just give me 4,000 income. I don't even need the money. I just wanted to screw over my overlord. Oh crap, I wasn't even paying attention. It seems like they modified the agreement for the vassalage. That's actually very bad. Okay, I just realized the only thing they changed was unified sensors to independent sensors. They don't care that I'm stealing all their money in research. God, this is so beautiful. Oh my God, the people who we were bombing descended into nuclear war, and now they're back in the Stone Age. They were about to ascend as well. And okay, they've discovered me like 3 times in a row. They keep being like, why are you attacking us? Brother, I've been bombing you for like 30 years. I'm sorry, what? We just had a random dude come through a wormhole and declare war on everyone. Is he near me? I am very confused as to what just happened. Now I am in a massive war with, oh, this is what's been happening the entire time. I've just been trying to build my economy up, and apparently the entire world is in like World War III or something. I have done nothing to help anyone, by the way. There's a war going on down here. I think there's a couple of wars going on over here. There's tons of wars going on here, and then this guy just joined the war because, oh wait, there, the first wave, the chosen. Well, he chose all right, the absolute worst place to invade. Now we are going to max out virtuality. Finally, that is gonna be a big debuff. What it'll be is virtual pops can no longer be resettled, become refugees, or be assembled. That means that the amount of virtual pops we have right now is pretty much locked in its current number. I believe we can still assemble more pops in general, but we just can't assemble more virtual pops. Okay, I take that back actually. We can no longer assemble any species it seems, but our main way of growing our population is pretty much just gonna be to buy it. Well, buy it and kidnap it. Also, that's those guys are getting awfully close. So as the world devolves essentially into mass war, I mean, we've got Chosen invading from other places. We have several federations at war with each other. I am going to work towards what I do best, and that is become the Crisis. The new DLC has brought forth a new type of crisis, which is called Cosmogenesis. This allows us to become the Crisis, except it's not really an aggressive crisis. Instead, it allows us to use research to travel to a new universe. Now, we do need to be independent for this. So right now, we do need to try and become independent again. Oh my god, a peace actually happened. I think everyone is united behind killing the Chosen One. Actually, he might be dead already. Okay, apparently he is definitely not dead, and he is actually taking over a sizable amount of the areas. Oh my god, you're kidding me. I have the second highest diplomatic weight. All of my diplomatic weight comes from economy and population. Admittedly, the population part, I don't know why. I like how at this point, I just spend all of my time essentially sitting on the slave market, immediately buying anything that jumps on here for the ridiculous research income that we are getting. It also dawned on me that this whole time, I haven't really shown you what our main capital looks like. It's basically just research complexes. Every single complex gives 150 research. I have stacked so many bonuses on here that if I go into specialists, you can see that my researchers, I have 40 jobs. Each one makes about 40 research. And if we add in the vassal subsidy, that ends up being even higher. And so, as I mentioned before, we do need to become independent in order to get our galactic crisis going. So what I can actually do over here is immediately request independence and get it guaranteed. The reason for this is that independence has a base acceptance of -50, and I always get +5 from my diplomacy tree. And because I always have 10 favors from my overlord, I can always cash in 10 favors at any time to lose the vassalage. Which means that not only can I just get vassalage anytime from anyone, I can also immediately shed it for any reason at all. And then I can come over here in order to grab my crisis as Cosmogenesis. As soon as we get this one, it is going to begin the Cosmogenesis event chain, as well as in my society management, we have a new crisis tree. So this crisis is based almost entirely on research. We want to continuously research technologies, and moving up from crisis chain to crisis chain, we just need to research different techs. Also, I totally forgot that I have 11 envoys. This is so dumb. So I'm just gonna go about trying to re-increase relations with someone else who is actually at peace, because we did leave the galaxy in a massive state of war, and then we will get them to vassalize us instead. So already you can see, if I go into my research, that I can upgrade the Cosmogenesis Crisis level 2, which just costs 20k research. And because my research is so ridiculous for this point in the game, I can just immediately research that in 13 months. That's... oh my god. Oh wait, I just realized I'm actually on the Galactic Council. I don't know how I did that, but all of my weight is from technology. I have twice as much weight from technology as essentially everybody else. Jesus Christ. Right, so I can just use an emergency measure over here, Advanced Xeno Studies, to make even more diplomatic weight from tech. And my Dyson Sphere has been restored, which is fantastic. So my income is gonna go from what, 9,000? Oh my god. And what? Okay, now people are pledging fealty to me? Okay, come on, guys. This is not how this was supposed to go. Okay, looks like we just got our Cosmogenesis level 2, so that is going to allow us to make a dark matter reactor, as well as, if we come over here into our crisis, yes, that is going to give us a whole bunch of new technologies and bring us in the ability to get up to the next risk level. Aha, there we go. Okay, so crisis level 2, I just needed to wait a bit in order to research enough technologies. That is gonna start letting us build Fallen Empire ships, which is fantastic, as well as giving us advanced Fallen Empire buildings and a couple of definitely experimental technologies. Also, we get something that lets us eat pops to generate research, which would be great if I had any people. Oh, wait, I didn't know both of these could happen at the same time. So apparently we got the Chosen event over here, along with the Great Khan. I don't know where the Great Khan is, but all I see is that the Chosen is kicking a whole bunch of booty over here right next to me, and the Great Khan is just formed in some other location, and that you know, the world kind of sucks right now. Yeah, you know, I keep looking at what is above me. I'm just gonna assume that this long line of notifications does not concern me. And now we are level 3, which is perfect. So that is going to give us access to Fallen Empire battle cruisers, as well as a whole bunch of new Fallen Empire buildings, and yada yada yada. Essentially, our goal is to reach max level research while the world is burning from the Great Khan, the Chosen, and now me, as I declare war on my neighbor to subjugate them. I have an insanely powerful fleet, not because of my fleet capacity, but because my tech level is literally just Fallen Empire stuff. My ships move through space effectively instantaneously, so they just run straight in here, immediately zoom to the center, blow up everything, and then move on to the next one. Also, a Galactic Custodian just got elected, which is a little unfortunate. They can denounce me and things like that, but obviously they're way too focused on the Great Khan in order to try and combat me, who is literally going to ascend existence and the galaxy. Oh, thank God. Okay, the Great Khan dying is fantastic because he's actually been on my border for quite a while. They spent all their time bombing this specific oh, it's gone. Well, they spent all their time killing everyone on that planet, and they didn't actually bother to invade me, and thank God for that. Okay, now there is a second new Khan, and they are actually friendly with us. Oh, thank God. I'll just throw all my diplomats over there. I have hardly been fighting these guys for any time at all. They're already at 100% war exhaustion, and I am plowing through their planets like it is nothing. This is where having stupid amounts of money, I'm actually not as high money as I could be because I had to close all my branch offices that made me like $2,000 here. So as soon as this war is over, my income is gonna skyrocket even more than it already has. Someone also keeps dumping alloys apparently because the price keeps fluctuating between being almost free and being ludicrously okay, well, I'm the one buying all the alloys. All right, just one more planetary invasion. I think this should give us the occupation. I'm also just kidnapping as many pops as I can while I have the opportunity. They're all robots. All right, now this should be my last invasion until there we go, subjugation. Thank you very much for your business. They should be mine right now. So now I have subjugated them, which means that I can actually renegotiate our policy and, well, where I was exploiting people as the vassal, now I'm gonna exploit them as the overlord. All right, so now I can turn my vassal into a scalarium and force them to give me 60% of their research income. As soon as we do that, now they are going to convert to a scalarium, which actually goes in line with our crisis because we do get a whole bunch of advanced logic for having scalarium vassals. And now we are Cosmogenesis crisis level 4. Jesus, I am just looking at some of these Fallen Empire buildings and they are insane. Dark matter deflectors, super encoders, essentially. I mean, we just have all kinds of really, really rare technologies that no one else has access to. You know, I love looking through all of my branch offices and realizing that half of them have disappeared, in some part because this planet was bombed into having one pop. It has 78% crime, and there's one guy. What is he doing? This man is the level 100 mafia boss, I swear. Okay, also, I just realized that I actually forgot to set most of the pops that I've been buying off of the market to have utopian abundance. So we're at 982 engineering research right now. So as soon as I finish reassigning everything, it jumps up by about 200. Well, at least it only took me 187 years to realize. Oh yeah, I was about to comment on that. So it seems that my ally wants to declare war on the Chosen. I don't know how I feel about that. And you know what? I think I'm gonna vote no on this one. I don't think I want to go to war with the Chosen right this second. I do want to manage a spy network first so that I actually understand, you know, how powerful he is. Okay, you know what? For a second, I think this UI is glitched. It keeps saying that this guy's power, the Chosen, is overwhelming. It is not in the slightest. I even have a casus belli to subjugate him, despite being a fanatical purifier. Oh, it's you. Would you mind self-actualizing somewhere else? Ah, Cuban Empire. Let me guess, you have a special offer just for us. Well, yeah, it's called genocide. So I built this thing called a synaptic lath over here, and essentially what it does is it purges pops and turns them into research. It is a part of our crisis tree right up here, and it just gives us a massive reason to extract neural chips from them. To be fair, even if this didn't contribute to our research, I'd probably do it anyway. Okay, I don't know why, but apparently one of the aliens just gave me this planet, which could confuses me. Obviously, again, since this is a one planet challenge, I'm just gonna resettle all of these people onto this other planet and then abandon it. I'm not exactly sure why they gave it to us, considering I didn't invade, but hey, you're gonna get purged anyways. You know what I just realized? Some of the nations are starting to break off agreements with me because I am purging pops, which is, you know, disliked. Generally, genocide is disliked. Generally. But because I have so many positive relations bonuses, I can still go into my contacts and people like me despite the genocide. I have 122 more slots for pops, and I have just been camping the market and throwing everyone in here. God, this is terrible. I can even build additional buildings to reduce the speed at which people die, because, you know, we do need 36 decline per month. I will admit that was unintentional. Oh boy, I sure do love living on a random space station in the middle of nowhere. No one would bomb us here. Okay, I think I made a slight mistake. I didn't realize the Chosen would be coming in here with his full fleet, and he's probably gonna win this fight. Oh no, he actually just summoned a ghost fleet, I think. Yes, one of the dimensional fleets that you could wait, am I winning this? Okay, well, the commander just died. Everyone hates me now. I must have done I am in breach of galactic law. And then I randomly just got another colony with only 6 pops. I don't understand. I'm so confused. Okay, by some miracle, we actually won that. And I need to get out of a breach of galactic law real quick. I think it's my fleet power, which is doing it actually. All right, I have fed at least 50 pops into this meat grinder. It is chewing through people at rapacious speeds. This is, though, giving us about 1,500 and still ticking upwards in terms of why? What are you doing? Okay, thank God. All my diplomacy is now being restored. I almost really shot myself in the foot there because I was under 50% naval capacity because, you know, I'm trying to fight the endgame crisis here, guys, or the mid-game crisis. And lo and behold, everyone gets mad at me for not following galactic law. Although I do like this resolution, 10% more naval capacity and 5% less for everyone else. Don't mind if I do. All right, now the Chosen is just getting spawn camped over here as I'm watching each of the waves just spawn in, instantly die. Also, now I can activate the L gate. That's bad news for the universe. All right, great. So we've converted enough pops into neural chips to get our 4th level of crisis, and the 5th level is a bit of a slog. We have 18,000 advanced logic, which is, you know, pretty respectable. We need 45,000 to get to the last level. And there's really only one good way to get lots and lots of advanced logic. Wait, I just realized I killed the Ether Drake. I wasn't even paying attention. I think my fleet just walked into the system and blew the dragon up. Because there is no other way that I would get the unique dragon scale armor Paradox Titan. All right, Paradox, I see what you're doing there. Apparently, we've reached a point where even the fallen empires are starting to get concerned. I mean, you know, they like to declare war on me, but I don't even think it matters. Most of my fleets are literally just fallen empire technology anyways. Okay, and oh, this is not good. Try me. Just try me. Please don't try me. Oh, I think I did this. I might have accidentally awoken the fallen empire. You know, maybe they won't declare war on me. All right, so I've just started researching level 5 on the Cosmogenesis. That's gonna take 200 months, so I definitely need a little more research, but in the meantime, we do need to get going on our advanced logic. We're getting pretty far, but unfortunately, my synaptic lab here, it hungers a lot. So I am gonna need to try and probably kidnap a whole bunch of pops from other planets in order to keep this thing going. Of course, I've also just been nonstop buying everything that comes onto the market and throwing it in here. Ooh, you know what I really don't like? Ban organic slave trade. That is awful. I mean, truly, it goes out to the bottom of my heart. Try again. Oh, you know, I keep getting these elections, and I told you that Mark Cuban would be back. How old is he anyways? He is 200, wait, it's a she. She is 229, but we'll have a democracy as soon as she dies, right? Okay, you know, I'm not gonna try and make any kind of crazy assumptions here, but yeah, I think the genocide has something to do with why everyone hates me. Terror bombing, I didn't order that. My people just did that all on their own. Good job. I am basically right now playing a game of political tightrope because there are several laws here on the docket that if any of them pass, I will permanently be in galactic breach of law. For example, apparently basic subsistence living is gonna get banned. As it turns out, purging masses of populations actually counts as that. Who would have guessed? Wait a second, I just realized these guys are crisis aspirates. They're also trying to end the world. Yeah, I think they have a couple of war goals. Okay, guys, hot take, genocide might be bad. You know it's bad when everyone thinks you're more evil than the fanatical purifiers. Wait, why are they denouncing me? Hold on a second. Guys, I'm not doing anything wrong. Oh my God, I'm outvoting almost the entire council. Actually, almost the entire galaxy. There's really only like 4 remaining civilizations at this point that have any power. And as much as they're gonna go ahead and try and denounce me, it's too bad I'm literally on the council. The Cuban Megacorp has done an internal audit and found some shocking results. We've done nothing wrong. Wow, look at that. We passed the law that only I supported. Pat on the back, everyone. It was a team effort. Okay, finally. So we've reached enough advanced logic to have our level 5 crisis. We do need to do 2 applied infinity theses, which I believe is just we need to do more research beyond this. So what I can do is come over to my synaptic lab with generating 300 research. That's not too bad. And then I will replace essentially all of these with neural gates to ensure that this thing is generating like 3 or 4 times as much research. And we've also unlocked the Cosmogenesis level 5, the research itself, although I think we still did. Yep, there they are. Oh, good God, it's so expensive. I am gonna first research Science Nexi, and then we'll go for that. Oh my God, they're back at it again. Another council denouncement attempt. Guys, I have so much influence. It is literally impossible to denounce me. I also didn't realize that I got 11,000 advanced logic just from the galactic community supporting me. Ah, yes. We're on a bit of a timer now. So it seems like the Unbidden have shown up, and this is the endgame crisis. But, you know, more importantly, this will cut into our profit margins. Now, I don't know where the Unbidden are actually going to show up. I am hoping that they're somewhere not near us. Oh my God, are you serious? I vetoed the thing and they immediately put another resolution on the board to denounce me. Unfortunately for them, basically all I have to do is just support some random trash resolution that I don't care about, and everything falls apart for them. Also, guys, why are you denouncing me? We literally have the Unbidden. All right, we're gonna have to take Galactic Contender to get another 33% damage towards the Unbidden. It's also going to increase my diplomatic weight. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know, I might actually lose this resolution right here. If I didn't have 10 favors that I could call in and bring in an additional 59,000 weight. Yoink. No, I think I'll take 140,000. You know, can I get even more? Oh my God, I can. But with the Unbidden basically on our doorstep, I am gonna need to attempt to bend the rules of reality because we do need to punt down 2 of these research things in order to actually win. All right, you know, the Unbidden might actually be a helpful surprise here in disguise, because if everyone's at war with the Unbidden, they can't go to war with me. And sadly, it looks like nobody even wants to support my resolution to focus the Unbidden. So you know what? Fine, I'll do it myself. By calling in all my favors, or at least all the favors that are even worth calling in. Let's just throw all my support right there. And now for 280 influence, let's just bump that up all the ways up to the 2nd highest supported resolution. Oh wait, did we just win against the Unbidden? Oh, that's not good. The problem is, right, as soon as everyone stops killing the Unbidden, they're gonna declare war on me. I can only veto so many times a galactic denouncement. All right, I am attempting to play like 6D chess right now. I'm trying to nominate this guy as custodian and then repeatedly smack down the resolution. I outvote everyone. I am the Senate. The other reason why I can't have people start declaring war on me, or at least successfully, is because I make $3,500 for branch offices. That is more money than my Dyson sphere makes. Oh, here is my first altering reality. Our latest experiment was only partially successful. Oh, okay, I've just increased pop food upkeep by 65% across the entire world. Our relations with other empires have deteriorated. They can't get much worse. Oh wait, some poor inward perfectionists. I'm gonna eat them. So I'll just come over here and hit them with a subsidiary goal, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna jump all the ways across the galaxy and probably steal all of their pops. Wait, Guardians of the Galaxy? Oh no, will they be able to save us? Yeah, from me. From me. As long as this doesn't put me at war with the rest of the world, I don't really care. Oh wait, it's the Fallen Empire. Oh no. You have refused to listen to reason. Look. That's all I've been listening to. Well, try as they might, they are not going to prevent me from coming over here and probably just destroying this poor inward perfectionist to its entirety. How many pops do you have on here? 61. Oh, I am... This synaptic lab over here is generating the bulk of just a ton of research. And if I can get it to even higher levels of pops crammed inside of it, we are gonna be looking even better. Don't mind me, I'm just taking a little pit stop and I'm already kidnapping pops. Oh wow, look at that. Everybody wants to focus on the unbidden. That's so crazy. I completely agree, guys. No one is voting for the thing. It's just me. It's just me, my vassal, and I don't even know who these guys are. Oh, there it is. Okay, attempt to bend the rules of reality a second time. That's gonna take only 60 months now. This synaptic line is generating 3,000 research. I have 44 pops on here, and they are taking 86. Oh my god, I am purging them so fast. No one is willing to sell anything else to me. Barely is anyone going on the slave market because I am snatching it up instantaneously. All right, it's official. The only person voting on the resolution is me and my vassal who I forced to do so, and I'm still gonna get it to pass. I could even call in more favors and I just don't need to. Wait, I just realized part of the reason why no one could vote against me is because all the galactic laws are such bullcrap. Everyone in the council is in breach of galactic law, partially because they're at war and killing each other's fleets, so they can't be above 50% naval capacity. So they all want to repeal the sanctions. So the only people who are even remotely a threat right now is technically the Fallen Empire, who's trying to save everyone's life. So what if, hear me out here, what if I declare them as a crisis instead, force this onto the docket with my ridiculous amount of political power? Well, we'll just call it a couple of measures. And now I have rocketed this thing all the ways up to the top of the list. Everyone is gonna declare war on the guys who are trying to save the world. The best part is that I don't think anyone can veto it because they're all in breach of galactic law. At this point, my diplomats have just turned into blackmail officers because I'm just sending them to all of the highest diplomatic weight factions in the world, improving relations, and then gathering a million favors off of them at the same time. Oh, now this is a contested one. This is very interesting. I'm gonna have to call in every last favor I have in order to get this thing to pass. Aha, there we go. I have finally gotten to crisis level 5, and I don't know, I think we got, oh, there it is. So we finished our second infinity thesis, and I believe in our technology that gives us the ability to get, there it is, the Horizon Needle. So we have to research and then build this, and as soon as we do that, we can collect all of our pops and leave the galaxy. It's gonna take another 147 months, but again, at this point, my synaptic lab is generating almost 4,000 research, which is half of all of my research. So as long as I continue to feed it with people, we should be pretty much in the clear. Oh my god, we've also unlocked just some ridiculous technologies: nanite repair system, nanite flak batteries, nanite autocannons. This generates a fifth of my armor every single day. Some of my ships aren't even gonna die in combat because they're just regenerating so much. All right, clearly I need a lot more. So I'm gonna replace these two synaptic stabilizers, which, you know, they give housing and amenities. Yeah, I'm gonna replace them with an overclocker that increases purge speed by 100% each. Yes, it's going to cost about 3 times as many pops, but it is going to massively juice our research income. Oh, okay, I actually don't like that. So we just defeated the invasion of the unbidden, technically, and I believe everyone is going to be closing their borders. Yeah, I'm definitely a little concerned by the number of things at the top of my screen right now. Okay, so I am now purging 3 full pops every month. We're at 300%. This thing is generating 6,000 research income. Oh my God. Okay, I'm actually just gonna replace these again because it is simply too much. This is going to give me 61% more naval capacity. If I build 2 of these, I will have about 3,000 naval capacity. I can't even fill mine. Oh my God, I've done it. The sheer amount of favors, I'm going to force the entire galactic community, actually, to declare war on the very people who are trying to save them. And 3, 2, 1, there we go. Can the rampage be stopped? Oh my God. So now everyone is going to declare, oh yeah. And the best part of this is that as much as they're trying to close borders with me, they physically can't. The crisis forces them to keep their borders open to me so that I can pretty much raid whoever I want. Even the guy I am at war with, I have forced to declare war on these other people. They have 500,000 power fleets, and the entire galaxy is about to start throwing themselves into the meat grinder to try and fight them. I get to watch as before my eyes, my allies are just continuously sending in fleets straight through here. They're just dying on the space stations, but there's enough of them to drag it down, finally. And of all the things that people could vote on, they decide now is the time to vote on a non-interference act for native FTLs. What? I just clicked the right side and everything disappeared on the voting booth. This went from the most popular thing to vote for to every single person in the entire galaxy just piecing out and saying, nope, never mind. Something else I found over here is that there's a diplomatic weight when opposing resolutions plus 50%. If I were to have that, I would literally have 150,000 diplomatic weight, outvote every single person alone without favors on any resolution I didn't want to pass. God, this is so beautiful. So many people uniting in, the attempt to kill the fallen empire, and they cannot make a dent in these fleets. I mean, these guys are trying. They're taking them down a couple of ships every once in a while, and the fallen empire has to pave through everything on this side and everything on the right side just to get to me. There's strong support to make the only other guy who's not a crisis the galactic custodian. The problem is, because of my crisis, I can't do this. And wait, what? I wasn't even looking at this. The Galactic Senate passed a resolution declaring, wait a minute. Oh my God, we just declared the only other faction. This is such a mess. So now there are technically 3 crises going on right now. There are these guys who are stomping everyone. There are these guys who were actually not that strong, but everyone decided to declare them a crisis anyway. And then there is me, who is by and far more powerful than everyone else, and no one seems to, well, actually, they all know they just can't outvote me. And better yet, we are almost on the Horizon Needle, and as soon as that happens, we should be able to just win. I think all actual credit should go to the inward perfectionists over here who have stayed in this war for vastly too long and just let me abduct like 500 pops or something from their planets. And there it is, the Horizon Needle. So this is the last thing that I have to build, and all I have to go in is find it. So it is going to cost, holy Jesus. All right, so the 1,000 dark matter, I can literally just buy. The 17,000 advanced logic I have already secured by eating every single pop. And now I just need 50,000 alloys, which is actually not that hard. It seems I've also reached the maximum for my genocidal. It's minus 1,000 relations of every single person in the entire world. But no one can declare war on me because I have locked them in on these guys. All right, and it seems the game is trying to give me a whole bunch of colonies. No, that is not how this works. All of you go to get eaten. Oh, wait, the other crisis actually destroyed a star system. So it looks like they are also on their final stages of their crisis. If I go to their main capital, I should see the, yep, there it is. So they're trying to build this faster than I could get my alloys to build my needle. All right, well, it seems like the guys that have been that we accidentally declared war on are actually getting over here. They are right next to my main stuff over here, but they really don't have much of a chance at this point. Oh, and there is another planet or system exploded. Fortunately, it's on the other side of the map, and actually doubly fortunate is that it's against the other people we're at war with. All right, it looks like they have actually gotten a dreadnought into my own systems over here. I really don't want them to start blowing up my stars, so I'm gonna have to defend myself for For once, I'm defending myself with my actual fleets. My income has also tanked because I was making about $1,000 of branch offices off these guys. So, you know, it's down to a measly 600. I have 100% crime on so many planets. I have ruined this galaxy. Okay, finally, I think we are at the point. Yes, the Horizon Needle, we can build it. It probably needs to go somewhere where there is no mega structure. Oh no, I actually have to build it on my capital. All right, so we're gonna start construction of this. We really just need to defend this thing for, I don't know how long it's gonna take. It's going. So I was just AFKing essentially because I thought that, you know, it was basically over, but then I got invaded through one of the wormholes over there, and they actually beat all 3 of my fleets that were sitting on it. That does kind of give them the opportunity. They actually killed my Minister of Defense, and now I am in breach of galactic law. Oh my God. Okay, but I don't think it matters because now the Horizon Needle is done. Wait, that's actually so cool. The game gives you a special dialogue option because I only have 1 planet. The compact size of our nation is proving to be a good thing. It will only be necessary to embark the population of our capital before arranging the final details of our exodus. Also, you know, we gotta make sure it doesn't die. All right, so I've gotten every single one of my ships here in the center, every single piece of power I have, and where is my needle? There it is. Oh, that thing is beautiful. So now I should be able to embark my population, and I mean, this is gonna destroy my economy because I won't have an economy after this. All right, so it's gonna start grabbing pretty much everyone from the planet. I have 228 pops on here. Everyone at the Synaptic Lab, you know what? I pulled you out of a random planet and you're probably gonna die. So, Exodus, preparing is such a daunting task, are working Surprisingly, a segment of our population has elected to stay. Fair enough. Everything is ready. We're cleared to proceed to the black hole. Our crossing to the event horizon will not be painless for the rest of our galaxy, but we've done, oh wait, is this gonna kill everyone? Well, let's find out. I can either just do a random black hole, but you know, I'm not a wimp, so we're gonna do the center black hole. So this is gonna give us a special project. We need, where does this thing need to be? Well, as I researched that, you can, this is, you know, this is probably the best indication of what's happening right now. The rest of the galaxy is essentially in shambles, as it has been taken over by an awakened empire, a second awakened empire over here, and the endgame crisis, who is trying to blow everything up. From one legend to another, I tip my hat to you. Also, goodbye. Oh, the game is beginning to lag. Is that a good thing? And there it is. We have crossed through a black hole, and now we are done. And I do not know what has happened to our ship. I'm sure it's okay. So technically, we do have our little remnants still alive over here on our one little planet. They are gonna start mobilizing, and oh my God, there's a lot of them. But all in all, we have won. I mean, We've left the world in the hands of these guys over here, and they're probably going to kill everyone. And we've also genocided, I lost count of how many people. But hey, a win is a win, no matter how unethical. Either way, thanks for watching. I don't know how long this one is gonna end up being. It was a lot of grinding, but 20 years before the victory date, and we did manage to escape. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to check me out on Twitch, because remember, the chances of me becoming the authoritarian dictator of humankind are very low, but not zero. Thanks for watching. See ya.